I believe that advisors have a huge ability to accelerate growth for their firm. I don't agree that a corporate entity should maintain the lion's share of the responsibility for driving leads. I think advisors have tremendous power to be individual growth channels that can greatly accelerate an RIA's growth. I love digging into different perspectives because I believe this is where we can truly learn. So I shared my perspective with Kaylin and was curious to hear her thoughts.
There are those advisors that do have those unique opportunities, and they've got a great network. They're going to continue doing what they've been doing, and we're going to support them in really unique ways. We've got client development managers that are basically boots on the ground, salespeople. They're not licensed. They don't compete with the advisors because they're not advisors, but they go out there and help those advisors in those communities that they're already in with event marketing, love affair marketing, sponsorships, things along those lines. They're just a great asset. So the advisors that want to continue doing that themselves and just want the corporate lead gen to be an enhancement to that, great. We want to support them, and we want them to be wildly successful. I would also say, and when you've got those, let's call them the unicorns that are leaving, those founders that were out there knocking on the doors, you've got those advisors that, in order to keep that level set with those distributions and the client, just natural attrition, which ours is super small, but it's still there. They've got to have some momentum. To plug into. And so that's where the company comes in and fills that void completely. And let's face it, I mean, from an advisor standpoint, our clients want to know that their advisors are doing what they want them to, which is advise them and watch their investments and look at their financial plans and make sure that they're doing what they want. Our clients don't want to think that the advisors are having to spend 50, 60, 70% of their time out there on new business development. So the more that we can do from a centralization standpoint or an institutionalization of the marketing, that benefits our clients. And that's a great thing for our advisors. That's a great thing for our clients. And that's a great thing for the communities that we're in.
Interesting perspective, right? I maintain my belief that advisors are often untapped individual growth channels and that RIAs can find a lot of scale here, but I completely understand Kaylin's approach. Across the industry, there are many firms that say they can help their advisors grow faster. Merit aims to be better equipped by intentionally creating a variety of organic growth tracks. I asked Kaylin to explain how the tracks are developed and implemented across the company.
They have been through partnerships, meaning we have partnered, we've done a transaction with someone that was wildly successful doing something within that vein. And what we do is we ask them to come in and help us leverage that across the company. And we provide them a ton of resources and a ton of upside to do so. And I think that that's why it's really taken off to where you don't just it's not just slinging a bunch of mud, right? Like, oh, let's try this or let's try that. It's like, okay, so here's someone that has dominated a market, whether that be regionally. I'll take our Connecticut office as an example. They have just an amazing community and a network that they've worked out there local with women that are going through divorces. And so we have taken that, and there have been other advisors throughout the country and within the Merit ecosystem that have learned from that and adopted that same process. So it's same thing with CPA Connect. We had one of our offices that had built their entire business off of partnering with a CPA firm, and it was wildly successful. And so why would we reinvent the wheel? Why not figure out what worked for them and then take that and duplicate accelerated. And so that's exactly what we've done with the majority of these organic growth tracks is taken someone's idea that became a success, brought that in and put a bunch of resources around it to make sure that we could scale that and really take advantage of it across the merit universe.